Well, let's get on into number 3. Why getting pre-approved before you go into the dealership? Now, this is important, guys. Let me tell you, this is important, especially if you have bad credit. This is important. Get pre-approved before you go in a dealership. Put an application online at whatever dealership that you want to do business with. But the one thing what you want to find out if you have bad credit is that, this is very important. I hope you listen to me. Find out whether that dealership, do they specialize with customers that have bad credit or have bruised credit. I like this. I've been saying bruised, bad, same thing. Or if you're in a Chapter 7 and your bank's about to get discharged, that's issues too with bad credit, having some issues, right? Then if you're in a Chapter 13, you still got some issues. So if you're in a Chapter 7 or you're in Chapter 13, you call ahead, you call ahead, I'm gonna say it again, you call ahead and see, do you specialize with customers that have bruised credit or bad credit? Do you specialize with customers that filed a bankruptcy? Do you have lenders to help me out with that? And then the reason I say you get pre-approved before you go in, because it limits the time and the hours that you spend at the dealership. You want to know that you can get into that car before you Uber into the dealership and spend time at the dealership, and you don't even know whether you're approved. Now, if you call me, you put an application on my website, reginathequeenofcarloans.com. I'm going to tell my guy to put that at the bottom, reginathequeenofcarloans.com at the bottom. You can apply for a loan with me. Not a loan, but a car loan with me. Doesn't matter what state you're in, right? You can apply, reginathequeenofcarloans.com. My inventory is on my website. I work at a Chevy store, but we have Chevy, Buick, GMC, which are new cars, and then we have over 400 cars in stock. You just have to look for inventory tab, that right hand, top hand of my website. And then in the middle, you look at apply, you put it in, it goes directly to my email. So why getting approved beforehand is the must. Getting approved beforehand is a must. That's number 3. Save time, save money, saves all that. That's number 3. So let's go ahead and get into number 4. Ignoring the small print. Ask questions, right? Small print on a contract, ask questions. What's the small print on this? Take some time, read it through. If you understand, you ask questions. Ask questions. It's okay. Never no dumb question gets a dumb answer. Or did I say that right? You know what I mean. Ask questions. Ask about the small print. Take your time. Ask questions. It's okay. Yeah. I have people that come back to me right now and use my same things I do on my video. They're asking me, right? And I tell them, right? But the one thing let me just go back to number 3. One thing I don't do, if I get you a pre-approved before you come in, I'm not going to tell you everything on the phone. I'm going to tell you, come in and see me. Now, if you live out of state, I got to tell you what you do, because you got to know what you can get into before you get here. Now, the good thing about getting pre-approved and getting to what you want, and maybe that car is going to get delivered to you, is that guess what? It's e-sign. E-sign. E-sign is when you sign for your car in an email, and then it bounces back to us at the dealership, and then we deliver the car to you. But number 4, getting back to number 4, ignoring the small print. Don't ignore the small print. Okay. Number 5, focusing on the car, not the finance. It's 2 separate things. Focusing on the car that you want, or maybe the bank that says that you can get, and the financing. It's 2 separate parts. Financing, and you got the car. Sometimes what happens if you got bad credit, right? Well, we got to tell us what your needs and what your wants are. You may say, you know what? I need a 4-door vehicle. I need good gas mileage. I need a 4-door vehicle, and I need a vehicle with good gas mileage. And I need a vehicle under 60,000 miles. And I need a vehicle that's between 2018 and 23 or 2024. So you have, these are things that maybe that you want. The criteria is what you want, right? That you want in that particular vehicle. So have your criteria of some things that you want. Now realize if you have bad credit, some of those things might go out the window because you might not be able to get all the things that you want and need. But if you can get at least 2 out of 4 or 3 out of 4, or even in some cases, people only get 1 out of 4. Depends on their credit. So the car, the financing. Is it the term? Are you looking for a lower payment and maybe you need to take the term out longer? What are your needs? What do you want? What are your needs? What do you want? And then, of course, the financing. What's the financing option? It's hard to come in and negotiate the financing options when you haven't paid your bills, right? So, but know that you can ask those questions. But if you paid the cost to be the boss, you can do whatever you want to do, right? That's number 5. Focus on the car, not the financing. 2 separate arms. Number 6, not considering credit unions. Always, if you've been following me for a little while, credit unions are for the people, by the people. Credit unions are for the people, by the people. Credit unions are owned by people, members. The big banks like Chase, Bank of America, those banks are owned by shareholders. Credit unions, they're huge on first-time buyers. They're huge on people have bad credit because they're looking at a situation. How did that person get into that situation? So the reason you want to go to a credit union is, one, lower interest rate on a car loan or a home loan, and you got bad credit, lower fees, and having savings rates. That's huge. And don't forget again, I'm talking to you again. Say this again. Program first-time buyers and also people with bad credit. So first-time buyers with the credit union, they're going to specialize in. They're going to have something for you, and people with bad credit. So those two things, that's number 6. Not considering a credit union. Why? Why? Check out your nearest credit union. Or check out one of the top credit unions in the world. One of the top credit unions in the world is Navy Federal Credit Union. I'm going to do a video soon talking about one of the best, Navy Federal Credit Union, because I'm a member now. Number 7, not making a down payment. People kill me when they say, you know what, I don't want to put any money down. Or I'd rather not put any money down. If you got bad credit, you tell me you don't want to put money down, that's your choice because you make good money? No, that's not your choice. That's not your choice, right? That's not your choice. It's the bank's choice to tell you about down payment. So it's not an option sometimes to say, oh, I'm not putting any money down. Remember, if this putting money down, especially if you want to get a vehicle that you want, not the vehicle that we choose to put you in, a vehicle we picked out for you, is that you come up with more money. You have money. Down payment will tell everything when it comes to getting a vehicle that you want. But I want to say this. Now, my next video that I'm going to do, if you made it to the end, is that now that you watched the video to avoid the biggest car loan mistakes, watch my video on 7 proven steps to pay off your car loan fast. And I did that video already. I did it already. So you need to go back on my channel and check it out. So again, now that you watched my video on the biggest car loan mistakes, go back and watch my video, 7 proven steps to pay off your car loan fast and how to get out of debt even quicker. That's it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.